To me, environmental justice means trying to increase the quality of life for communities that have been overpolluted, overburdened, and not been considered in terms of the importance of their health and their day-to-day life. Where immigrants live, where low-income people live, where the working class community lives, you can find the highest density of pollution and contamination nearby. And the evidence is quite literally, where are the largest roads? Where are the industrial parks? Where are the polluting facilities? Where does it get the hottest in the summer? What places flood the most? And almost always it's going to be where low-income people live and where minorities live.
Some of the environment injustices that I saw were related to our living conditions. For example, being out of air conditioning in 100-degree weather and having to, sleep through the night with buckets of ice water and a little towel over our heads in order to survive the heat, and being forced to live under those conditions because we were afraid to keep complaining with the landlord and didn't want to be displaced. So I see that things that I experienced 30 years ago are still happening a lot in the community, where people are subjected to those living conditions with very little voice or with fear.
Mi nombre es Angie Dubonarita, tengo 15 años de edad, vivo con mi familia. Hay muchos carros y pues sueltan mucho humo y eso es lo que afecta. Y entonces pues pega asma y otras enfermedades. Mi hermanito estaba con tos, lo llevamos al doctor, pero no era tos, entonces yo creo que eso es lo que le está afectando.
Loving our neighbor means working towards that future where all are able to flourish. As individuals, we might not be able to make a huge difference in moving the needle on big issues like climate change, but when we come together, when we come alongside people who are closest to the pain in our society, we can start to build that collective power that we need to actually make structural change on a bigger level.
If you're new to this, if you've never really been involved in environmental justice, you're really not sure how to plug in, this Listen, Lead, Share opportunity is a great place to begin.
Listen, Lead, Share is an initiative, collaborative of many groups that are looking for a way to create a voice for the voices that are typically not heard. Listen, Lead, Share meets regularly to have listening sessions so that we can hear the feedback from the community, the different perspectives. So it's very important that we create a safe space for people to share how they're being impacted or what they want to see change in their community as it relates to environmental justice, and then come up with a consensus to elevate those voices to the federal government and different policies so that they can be influenced for funding and resource opportunities.
When you live in a city like Baltimore, which has historically been, marginalized in certain parts, in certain communities, I mean, Black communities have been, left out, have been overlooked, have been completely disenfranchised. These kinds of things for communities like this are really important, and it's really important that people understand that they can make a change and they can actively ask for situations and improvements in their community that are going to better their lives.
Once you go to one Listen, Lead, Share session, it wouldn't just end there. Rather, you feel more motivated to join a march, join a rally, advocate on a certain bill that's being presented in your community, or challenge new polluting facilities that might open up in your community, because now you know that you're not alone in wanting to fight these things and you know how to.
And when you get people who are on the same page, singing the same tune, then that is very powerful.
So come and stand by us and come and share with us so that we can have one voice when it comes to advocating for the changes you want to see in your community.